Look at this. That man in the red hat behind Secretary Hillary Clinton is Omar Mateen's father. Remember Mateen? He is that evil gunman who slaughtered 49 innocent people at Orlando's Pulse nightclub. Why was Mateen's father at a Secretary Clinton rally? Sadiq Mateen spoke to local media after the event.
Clinton is good for the United States versus Donald Trump. It's very important for the United States of America, especially the election. I was invited by Democratic Party.
Just like a come support Hillary, just a regular chain email or a personal invitation?
So it came out, I'm a member, so as a member I get the invitation, so it's nothing particular about it.
Did Hillary Clinton's campaign know that you were going to that event and sitting right directly behind her?
It's a Democratic Party, so everybody can join.
A Clinton campaign aide telling Fox News the rally was a 3,000-person open-door event for the public. This individual was not invited as a guest, and the campaign was unaware of his attendance until after the event. The on-the-record political panel is here. ABC News political director Rick Kleiner from the Washington Times, Stephen Diner. Rick, a problem or not a problem?
It's a stunning visual and I think a stunning lapse by the campaign to have him not just at a place. I mean, anyone can come into an event, but the presumption is, in talking to people that have done advance work on campaigns, that he was given that place probably for diversity reasons. He was given a place right behind Hillary Clinton. So to have that visual, and for her, I mean, she obviously didn't know about it. Otherwise, she couldn't have gone on about the Orlando nightclub shooting right there in Florida. This was a well-known individual as well, and it wasn't that long ago that he was all over the news talking about his son. So I'm just puzzled by the whole turn of events. It's really a strange one.
You know, Stephen, he didn't murder anybody. The father didn't. But politics is not that forgiving. Just by he's probably going to appear in some Trump ad at some point behind Hillary.
Well, you're right that he wasn't the guy who pulled the trigger. He does have on his record, though, some really crazy statements out there. And, you know, as Rick just said, you know, she came there and spoke about this, about the shooting, the worst mass shooting in American history. And you have a very pointed reminder of the other side of that there behind her. You know, an unforced error. Whether it matters, you know, the voters that Griff was just talking to, all the undecided voters he found there, I can't imagine that come November, many of them are thinking back to this and saying, hey, remember that, I'm not going to vote for her. It's probably not a big thing, but it does show a bit of sloppiness in campaign organization, something we don't expect out of the Clinton machine.
All right, viewers, now is your chance to vote at home on Twitter. Here's the question. Is there anything wrong with Sadiq Mateen going to a Clinton rally? Tweet yes or no using hashtag Greta. We'll show you live Twitter votes throughout the show. Rick, if you were a campaign manager, which problem would you like to deal with more tonight? The comment about Donald Trump and the Second Amendment and Hillary Clinton, or having Sadiq Mateen behind your candidate?
I think the Mateen is probably easier to deal with than the Second Amendment thing. One of my questions for me is where Trump is in responding to this. This seems tailor-made for him to tweet something or to talk about it at a rally, and I have to think that because of the fact that his campaign trying to get back on track and back on message, they're a little bit shy about
this happened last night, actually.
Yeah, and he hasn't said anything yet. So maybe his password's broken on Twitter, or you know, he's still formulating the response. But the Second Amendment thing, I think you're going to hear even more of in the days to come. The Clinton campaign is going to go pretty hard on that.
Which problem would you rather be dealing with tonight?
Oh, no, I agree with Rick. It's a lot easier for the Clinton campaign to you know, fire an advanced staffer or something and say, well, you know, of course we didn't intend that. But look, for the Trump comments on the Second Amendment, remember that it was 8 years ago that Hillary Clinton did something like this when, in the run-up to the California primary, she sort of pointedly mentioned that RFK had been assassinated at that time. At the time, she was sort of making an argument for why she should continue to fight Obama for the nomination, but that comment got misinterpreted, she said. This is the same sort of situation for Donald Trump, so she might be a little careful about going too hard on this, given that history.
It's very dangerous to talk when you're running for office. Let me look at the numbers for a second. Let's look at the poll. People are voting all right, but let's see whether or not they think it's wrong. Put the numbers back up on the screen for a second. Let's see where they are. 73% think that it's not a good idea. It's wrong for him to show so far. So keep voting. Anyway, Rick, Stephen, thank you.
Thanks, Greta.